Let's get back to the top view. The rectangular balls here that made up the drawing area is what you call the drawing grid. So this drawing grid can be used as reference when drawing, or you can turn it off or on by clicking on it. This is it here on the status bar. This is what you call the status bar. So if I want to turn it off, I'll click on it. To turn it on, I'll click on it, or I'll use the shortcut key, which is F7. So you can as well make change to the spacing. So if I want to make change to the spacing, so I'll just place my cursor right here, then I'll right click, then go to grid setting. So this value, I'll make change to the value, then OK. And this is what we call the auto mode. The auto mode, this cursor, it will reset your cursor to a certain angle, which are 90 degree, 180 degree, and 0 degree. That means if this command is being activated, there's no way you can have a drawing inclining. So if I get it activated now let's activate the line command, trying to have it drawing. Now this 90 degree. Now I'm trying to have this line to incline, to have it in slant form. And it's not possible to have it because the auto mode is activated. I can only have it at 90 degree, 0 degree, 90 degree, and 180 degree. So if I get it deactivated now, let's try and have it drawing here. And you can see I can move my cursor freely, getting it deactivated. This polar tracking. This polar tracking contains series of angles you can make use of, which are designed to maintain some interval value of angles. Like we're having this to be 90, 180, 270, and 360. Now, if I click on this 90, 180 degree, that means I can easily get 90 degree, 180 degree, and 270 degree in my drawing. Now let's get it selected or activated. Now let's click on the line command. So after specifying my first point now the green line that appears on the screen, so the green line, zoom it, is telling me that this is 90 degree. So if I move it backward, now it's telling me this 180 degree. So to understand it better, let me make it of other options here, like the 30 degree here. 30 degree, that's interval of 30 degree. Now let me activate the line command and specify my first point. Now I'm having this to be my 30 degree here. Now you can see 30 degree. Now this is 270 degree. This is 0 degree. And this 90 degree. So that's how the polar tracking work. And the shortcut key is F10. Then we have this to be object snap tracking. So as the name implies, we use this to track. Now with this command being activated now, so I can have a drawing which is in line with this particular line, or this very line. Now if I want to have a drawing that maintain the same height with this, or in the same alignment with this, so I will make sure it's activated. So, and once it's activated, a green line will appear on the screen to use as a reference. So if I have my first point here now, that means the first point and the first point here are in the same alignment. So if I want to have my end point to be the same again, so I'll track it from here, then it will produce a green line, helping me to get the same end point with this here. So I know you may be wondering, how did I get my end point? Now with the green rectangular box or square that appear here, so once you place your cursor here, this is why I'm able to get my endpoint, and that's because this object stamp here is activated. So if I get it turned off now, then I'll click on line command. So for me to get my endpoint, it should be hard for me to get my endpoint. Once I click here, then let me try to zoom it. You'll see this is not the endpoint. So but if the object snap is activated and under this drop down, the endpoint is also checked, so I'll be able to get my endpoint easily. Now if I click on the line command, or any other command here. Now this box will tell me that this is my endpoint. So once I click on it, it will snap to the endpoint. So I'll be able to have my drawing. Also, if I want to get the midpoint now, it will be hard for me to get the midpoint. But with the object snap, getting the midpoint check, so I'll be able to get my old midpoint with this rectangular symbol. Now this is what we call this workspace switching. By default, if you open to AutoCAD, you'll be working in drafting and annotation, which is AutoCAD 2D. So if you want to switch to 3D basic or 3D modeling, you make use of the workspace switching. Now this is what we call the isolate object, the isolate and hide object. To isolate any object here, so I will get it activated. Now once it's activated, that is isolate object option. Then I'll select this object and I'll hit the enter key. Now isolate this object from the other object. That is why you get it. That's why you have it wipe away from the screen. So if I want to bring it back, I'll right click and I'll go to isolate, then end object isolation. Same to what? Hide object. Hide object is opposite to isolate object. So if I get this select